in Mark chapter 7 verse 32 verse 33, there some people brought to him, meaning Jesus, a man who was deaf and could hardly talk, and they begged Jesus to place his hand on him. So after he took him aside, so Jesus took him again privately to a side, away from the crowd, okay, just like he did here, right? Just like he used here, he failed the first to heal a man, and then he tried again, right? He said here, what does it say here? He led the blind man outside the village, right? He took the blind man out. This is, of course, homosexuality, away from people, right? Why does he do it in front of people so people can see? But anyway, if we take a look in the Mark chapter 7 verse 32 to 33 in the New Living Translation, it says, Jesus led him away from the crowd so they can be alone. He put his fingers into the man's ears, then spitting on his own fingers, he touched the man's tongue. So he spit on his fingers and took the spit and placed his fingers with the spit on the man's tongue. Now, again, isn't that seen as something weird, as something not good, as something sexual, right? I was going to say, oh no, Jesus did not have lust. Okay, but if we go to your own prophet, the prophets have lust, right? One of the prophets in 2 Kings chapter 4 verse 33 to 35, Elijah or Elisha, one of the prophets in Christianity, he went in by himself and closed the door, again, in secret. Why does he need to close the door? Why doesn't he allow the people to come and see, right? Then he prayed to the Lord. He got up on the bed and spread his body out over the boy. So he went on top of the little boy, this prophet, and he went on his body, right? He slept on him. He put his mouth on the boy's mouth. So he placed his mouth on the boy's mouth, the lips on the boy's lips. What does that mean? It's like something sexual. His eyes over the boy's ears, and the palms of his hand against the boy's palms. As he bent down across him, the boy's skin grew warm, right? So as he bent down across him, he basically moved around him. The boy became, and he came to life. Elisha went back and walked around the house. Then he got out of bed again and bent down over him. The child sneezed 7 times and opened his eyes. So this is over a dead boy, right? Why couldn't God allow Elisha to make the boy become alive in another way other than this sexual way, you may ask? And again, Elisha is not God. He's a prophet, right? This is in a sexual way. What he did is that way. If he's going to argue that the Prophet Muhammad did it to bless the people and to save the man's tongue and lips from the hellfire, right? And to quench someone, use his lips as blessings to basically make him not thirsty anymore, to moisten his lips so that the boy would stop crying, right? Only the Prophet was able to do that. No one else was able to do that, because suppose the Prophet Muhammad did a miracle by that. He made the boy stop crying from thirst, right? So again, David, would you have failed miserably? I'm sorry to say that, and I'll end it here. And I want to mention one more thing. Now, the stories about Jesus in the Bible and Christianity is very funny, because it reminds me that first when he tried the story of the miracle, he tried to place his hand on a man to heal him. And according to him, is God, right? Jesus, according to them, is God. He tried to place his hand on the man to heal him, to make his eyes see. Then the man started saying, but he said, what do you see? And the man said, well, actually, people walking like trees, right? And then Jesus had to try again, because he failed with this miracle. It didn't make it perfect. He had to try again, place his hand on him, and make him see. Like, why couldn't, if he was God, why wouldn't he heal him in a jiffy, right? Very fast, like no mistakes. He doesn't have to try again. This story reminds me, it's very funny. It reminds me of this Sufi guy, this apostate, kafir, so-called Sufi guy. A woman came and asked her, she said that she was pregnant, but she doesn't know if it's a boy or a girl. So this Sufi guy, he was supposed to be a saint, and he claims to know the unseen, right? He said, you're going to have a boy. So then the woman, when she gave birth, she actually had a girl. So she went to him and said, you told me this, you're lying. How come I have a girl? You said I'm going to have a boy. How come I have a girl right now? He said, it is because I played with his testicles. And so he turned into a girl. This is the funniest thing ever.
شوفوا هنا الولي لعلنا ذكرناها أن الولي لا تستقر نطفة في فرج أنثى إلا ينظر إليها الولي ويعلم بها. بل ذكروا أن امرأة أتت إلى أحمد الرفاعي وسألته، كانت حامل، قال أنت سوف تلدين ذكرا. فلما ولدت وضعت مولودها أتت إليه وقالت أنت قلت لي أن المولود يكون ذكر وقد يعني وضعت أنثى. فقال لها: والله أنا ما قلت لك أنه ذكر إلا بعد أن لمست خصيتيه بيدي. إلا بعد أن لمست خصيتيه بيدي. شوفوا قلة الحياء.